Guys, you better buckle on because today we are going for a ride. So what is going on, everyone? This is Fabi here, and today I find myself on a nice road that leads to a forest near a town next to where I live, and I thought I would take this moment to talk about my car after 6 months and tell you what I like and what I don't like about it. So the first part is going to be about things that I do like about the car, and so talking about the first one, and I think the thing that is the most important when you buy a car is the form factor, and I think it is called the form factor. So I decided to go with a sedan. With the C-Class, there's more options than just a sedan. You can get a coupe, which I would have loved, to be honest. But the problem with the coupe is that it is too low for Romanian roads. If you guys don't know where I live, the roads are pretty terrible, and so the coupe would have not been a good decision because it's lower than the sedan. It also has only 2 doors, obviously, because it's a coupe, and it would have been bad for one of those odd sort of trips I take with my family. They wouldn't have been able to fit as well in the back seats as in a normal sedan, and of course you only have 4 seats with a sedan, so that's also a drawback. Now a wagon would also not have been a good decision for me because I don't have to carry a lot of things. We do have an SUV in my family, so if I ever have to carry something, we can carry it with my dad's SUV, and I don't really like the way a wagon looks, so that's also a drawback for me. Now next up, it also has great features. This is a 2012 car, so it has nice features such as the infotainment. You can also pop in a DVD, for example, and watch a movie, which is something I didn't think was possible until I got the car, but I found out it was possible. It's a nice thing. For example, if you have to wait on someone in a parking lot, you can just pop in a DVD and listen to or watch the movie, I meant to say. Also, something that is nice, you can hook up your phone to Bluetooth, you can make phone calls through that, you can listen to music from your phone, which is also something nice, and I do enjoy that. Now obviously it also has some other features such as heated seats and other things which are also nice. Obviously cruise control and things like that. Every single thing that a new modern luxury sedan would have, this car has. Going on, we are going to talk about fuel economy because I'm a student. I don't have a income at the moment, so for me it's important for my car to be very fuel economical. So this car gets around 30 miles per gallon US in city, which is equal to around 8 liters per 100 kilometers, and it also gets around 50 miles per gallon outside of town, so highway miles per gallons, which equals to around 5 liters per 100 kilometers, which, if you ask me, is very good. And this is a diesel, if you were wondering. The next thing I want to talk about, translating from the fact that it's a diesel, is that even though it's a diesel, it's still sporty enough. It's got 170 horsepower and 400 newton meters of torque, so it's good for that as well. And it has a top speed of 230 kilometers an hour, so around 130 miles per hour, which is more than enough for me. The next thing that I want to talk about, and that I didn't necessarily expect this car to be, is that it's fairly sporty, not only in the fact that it accelerates well, it also handles well. It doesn't have basically a lot of body roll. For a sedan of this size and at this weight, you would expect it to have a little bit of body roll, and it does have a little bit, but it's not like my dad's SUV and not even like my mom's A-Class. It rides well. It has a firm suspension, which is not the greatest thing for the roads over here in Romania, but I have a good enough back and I'm still young, so I do want a little bit of sportiness from my car, so this is the perfect mix for me, honestly. Now, translating from this sort of sporting activity over to something that also has to do with sportiness, which seems to be sort of the theme of what I like about this car, is the fact that it has hydraulic steering, which is something that is a rarity on the cars of this age. Almost all cars nowadays have power steering, and you just cannot compare power steering to hydraulic steering when it comes to feel, in my opinion. So that is something that I obviously enjoy when it comes to this car. And it also is a rear-wheel drive platform, so It handles better. It's got it's better when it comes to acceleration. And the last thing that I have to say that is good about this car, obviously there's a lot of good things, but I've summed up the most important things, and this is the last one. It's the fact that it still feels new. Even though it's a 2012 car, so 4 years old basically, it still feels new. It doesn't feel like it's gotten any old. It's still got a nice tachometer. In my opinion, Mercedes still use the design of this tachometer on or speedometer on other cars from their lineups, so that is something that I do like. And it doesn't feel like an old man's Merc. You know, a lot of the times Mercedes is seen as a brand for old people. This does not feel like that. This honestly feels like a young man's Mercedes, just like a CLA would feel, in my opinion, because it's got a nice suspension, firm suspension. It's got a lot of pep to it. It pulls. It really does pull. It's got nice interior, really clean. Doesn't look like an old man's Mercedes at all, in my opinion. So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to stay tuned for the other video where I talk about what I don't really like about this car, and make sure to stay tuned. So peace out, guys. Peace. Have an awesome day. Stay tuned.